about it. Now we are heading into the fun stuff. We're saying goodbye to the theme park for just a little while and heading into the movie studio. Now, this is the NBC television backlot, and it also belongs to Universal Pictures. So, lots of cool stuff we're going to talk about there. You'll also see that I'm going to talk about things that have filmed for Disney and Warner Brothers and Paramount and CBS. I know, I also love Disney. I get it. You guys, we're going to get some really cool stuff today. So you're going to notice it's not all going to be Universal. I'm not saying anything bad when I say Disney, I promise. It's not like saying Voldemort in the Wizarding World. Okay, it's just that we're a rental facility. And because of that, we've been able to have thousands and thousands of films here on the back lot. Here's a few of them on either side of the tram. This is the Universal movie timeline. You'll see posters for some of your favorite films. One of my favorites is The Land Before Time. See if you can find the poster for Land Before Time as we head down the hill. Now, the reason that we're able to accommodate all the different things that film out here is because we're a full city. Okay, we have our own post office, hair salon, 3 Starbucks, so you know it's real. Our founder, Carl Ledwin,
Universal Studio Tour, guys.
Dedicated to
Live tayo from
it
America.
became so big and such a hub that we even brought in a division of the Los Angeles County Fire Department and
This
a
is
full
Universal
working fire
Studios.
station here to your right-hand side. This is Fire Station 51. This is not a film set. Those are not actors. These are real heroes that work here every single day to protect us in the theme park and in the movie studio. It gets its name from the 1970s television show Emergency. If you are a fan of shows like Law & Order Special Victims Unit, it's all created by a man named Dick Wolf. He got his start as a writer on Emergency in the 70s. Since then, he's incorporated Fire Station 51 into shows like Chicago Fire on NBC, on the Peacock Network. It's our streaming service. Now, I mentioned that we're a city. Right now, nobody lives here, even though we're a city. Dean and I might feel like we live here sometimes, but we go home at the end of the day. Only thing that lives here are these large buildings called sound stages. One is over here to your left. Stage 12 is the largest sound stage on the backlot, previously home to The Voice. Kelly Clarkson, one of the coaches on The Voice, she films her show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, elsewhere on the lot as well. Now, Stage 12 is home to some pretty incredible productions, but in the past, it's been home to things like this. Classics of the 1930s like Frankenstein and Dracula, everyone's favorite childhood film, Scarface. Then we've built the Visitor Center from Jurassic Park, the Clock Tower from Back to the Future. The way we're able to do that, you guys, is because we have so much control in a sound stage. On your screen, this is what they look like when they're totally empty. They're large warehouse-like buildings, 98% soundproof. You can see the hardworking men and women over here getting ready for some productions filming to the left. You'll see the doors are open there. Shows like Saved by the Bell Season 2 with Mario Lopez. Previously home to stuff like Superstore with America Ferrera, Ben Feldman. One of my favorite shows at the moment, Hacks with Jean Smart on HBO. Just won a Golden Globe for her performance on that show. And then I mentioned it on the load line. I'm going to say it again, Bel Air. Hi, Robert. Oh, hardest working guy in the back line. Bel Air, you guys, it comes out Super Bowl Sundays. So February 13th, when you're not watching the game, you can watch Bel Air. Or if you're like me, you don't know anything about sports, you can watch Bel Air while everyone's screaming in the other room, okay? Now, take a look to your left. Some of you saw it already, some signs for different productions. This is called base care, okay? This is where they'll get into their costumes, where you go to hair and makeup. Anytime the actors say, I'll be in my trailer, this is what they're talking about, you guys. They're over here in their trailers, maybe running over their lines, maybe they're resting before they go into the sound stages to begin filming, like this one, Stage 21. Now, Stage 21 is a favorite of Steven Spielberg over the years. It's where he tested a mechanical shark for Jaws. Oh, we got some of our friends over here. Hello! Welcome, welcome. Like I said, you never know who or what you're going to see here on the back lot. Everybody working very hard today to get these shows ready to go. So make sure anything you see here on the back lot today, you watch all those shows, you guys. Hello, everyone. Hi. Now, guys, do me a quick favor. Take a look to the right. These sound stages are commonly referred to as sitcom row or sitcom alley. They've been home to classic sitcoms over the years like Jeffersons, Leave It to Beaver, Coach, Sabrina the Teenage Witch with Melissa Joan Hart. They're also filming shows
Nandito
like
ako ngayon,
Never
Papa
Have
Bear,
I
sa
Ever, a
ano,
show on Netflix.
Universal Studio Hollywood.
Mindy Kaling.
Ayan.
It's a
Yung
great
mga
show if
stage
you haven't
nila.
seen it. They're filming some
Yung
of their
mga,
new seasons right now. As well as Keenan, with
yeah.
Keenan
Ito yung
Thompson
ano.
and Chris Redd from Saturday Night Live. Now, Keenan Thompson is probably the hardest working man in
Nasa
Hollywood.
Universal Studio na ako ngayon, Papa Bear.
Films
Wala.
his show Keenan Monday through Friday.
Universal Studio Hollywood, guys.
Flies to New York
Kaya
City
yung mga stage
to
nila,
film
hanggang lang.
Saturday Night Live. Incredible. They
Yung
must be
mga,
tired all the time. Stage 44 to your right, home to Ted Danson's show, Mr. Mayor. And then to your left, there was a different Ted. Ted the Teddy Bear from Ted and Ted 2. From Seth MacFarlane, welcoming you to the production bungalows. He's getting his own show on the Peacock Network, so you have that to look forward to. These bungalows over here, these are offices for writers, directors, and producers. I want you to keep an eye out over here. Look for a sign that says $7. $7 is the production company of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's where he's working on Young Rock. Monkey Paw Productions from Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. Mark Platt, currently working on a screen adaptation of the hit Broadway musical Wicked, starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande as Elphaba and Glinda. Brownstone Pictures from Elizabeth Banks, working on a Flintstone spinoff called Bedrock. And then 5195, maybe the most famous bungalow on the backlot, once belonged to the master of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock. We'll pass by some newer sound stages here to your left where we filmed the revival of Will and Grace and shows like America's Got Talent. Favorite judge on that show is Mel B, because she'll tell you what she wants. What she really, really wants. I know, you guys, bad jokes, they're included in the price of the tour. Now, while we are stopped right here for just a moment, I want you to keep looking to your left when we pull forward. Because remember earlier today when I said, oh, there's filming, maybe there's stuff we can't talk about, blah, 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 blah. They are hidden over here, you guys, in the Metropolitan sets. They're filming out there, so you'll see just around the corner, you'll probably see a little bit of some lights and things set out over there. We're going to pass on by and head up from the concrete jungle to a different jungle. To tell you about it is Academy Award-winning filmmaker Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in a sense. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island.
Now, one thing I know about Skull Island is that King Kong has a bit of a temper. So please remain seated, everyone. Hold on to all of your belongings. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Please don't use any flash photography in here. We don't want to scare King Kong. Hold on to your 3D glasses. Peter Jackson will tell you when it's time. Welcome back to the jungles of Skull Island.
Okay, glasses on, everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
provide King Kong 360 3D.
Hello, Kuya Nelly. Okay ka ba dyan? Nag-enjoy ka. Saya, no?
Now, did anyone get spat on by a dinosaur? Don't worry, I've heard it's good luck, okay? I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. That adventure with King Kong was brought to you by the team at Weta Digital. They brought together the second largest 3D attraction in the whole world. I can't tell you what the largest one is because that is a spoiler. All right, so hold on to those 3D glasses. You will need them a little bit later on. Now, the team at Weta Digital, they're a New Zealand-based production company. They have won 6 Academy Awards for their work on films like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Disney's Avatar. If you don't know the name Weta Digital, I guarantee you have seen their work. They worked on all of the Fast and Furious films, Wonder Woman, and anything Marvel Studios has done in the last 15 years.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know what people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
Now, this is kind of awkward. We lost car 5 back there. Yeah, nobody looked. They're gone. You might have noticed they got pulled onto the screen, wrecked by King Kong. We had to leave them behind. It's okay. They're now known as a picture car. A picture car is any vehicle that appears on screen in a television show or a film. Usually they have really special vehicles for filming. Some of them don't have engines. They're pulled along from off screen or they've been modified for the production. So Dina's going to take us into an area of the lot where we have some famous picture cars. Feel free to take photos, but please remain seated. We're starting first with Kit from the 2008 television reboot of Knight Rider. Next, we have a stunt Ferrari from Magnum P.I. A couple vehicles here from the distant future of 2015 for Back to the Future Part 2. Prehistoric vehicles from the Flintstones. Any fans of Fast and Furious on board? Okay, this is your fault. They're never going to stop making them. The next one better be called Fast 10 Your Seatbelts or I'm going to be upset. They only get one shot at it, you guys. One shot. Now take a look here at the ends. This tank from Transformers, it's made almost entirely of plywood, painted to look like metal. Tanks are super heavy, very expensive, kind of hard to find. So if we make it out of plywood, we can easily move it around from set to set and rebuild it in a much more affordable kind of way. Now, I don't think a plywood tram would come in handy, though, for where we're heading next.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Thanks, John Hammond. That's right. On either side of the tram, you'll be seeing set pieces and picture cars from the original Jurassic Park trilogy. The newest installment is called Jurassic World Dominion. It will be in theaters this June. It will see the return of Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum reprising their roles from the original series. Take a look over here to your left, though. This is the mobile lab from the Lost World Jurassic Park. An amazing scene with Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum. It's also made of plywood, but it looks like this on your screen. Now, for those of you who may be worried about myself and Dean, we appreciate it. We have a window. Everybody else, rub that in. That's Hollywood's best kept anti-aging secret. I've actually been here since the studio started in 1915. You just can't tell. Thank you for laughing. If not, I have to rethink my whole skincare routine. Now, you guys, you've just experienced weather. For those of you who are from Southern California, you may not know that was weather. It sets the overall ambiance for a television show or a film. But out here in sunny Southern California, it does not rain very often. We've met our quota for the year, so we're done now. Now we have to fake it till we make it. So we have
Rob,
like
I don't
this.
see
You can
any
recognize
artist
it from
yet,
Three Amigos.
any
Steve
Hollywood
Martin,
stars
Martin
yet.
Short, Chevy Chase. Ladies, it's Danielle and Dean whenever you're ready. This area is called Old Mexico. You can also see it in Shameless with William H. Macy when Frank Gallagher ends up on the other side of the border. It's actually here, Universal. Thanks, ladies. We're getting some help from the ladies in the technical room today to show you a weather demonstration. We've got strobe lights. That's the lightning. Thunder sound playing on a speaker system just out of view. If we really want to up the ante, we'll cue the rain. Now, our rain is about 5 times the size of natural rain. That way it appears better on camera. It appears a little more in the lens. Ladies, it looks like we're getting just a couple final photos. You can go ahead and cut the water. So when they cut the water, you'll be able to see the way the set is modified. Ladies, hey, I need you to cut that water. There's no water. There's no exit to the set. Did you know it's closed? Uh-oh. Part 3, I need you to do me a favor. If you see anything coming, can you start to panic? Just audibly panic. Part 4, do you see any? Oh, it's water. Oh, you're all stunned silent. Don't worry. The water will get you anyway. Do you feel left out? Part 1. Don't worry. You may recognize that flash flood from a film starring Frankie Muniz and Paul Giamatti called Big Fat Liar, which is also the name of my ex. Don't worry, it's a common name. You can't outrun a wolf, cat!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Now, Paul Giamatti, he used a stunt double for this scene in Big Fat Liar, but you know who didn't? Academy Award winner Lady Gaga. She was filming her music video for the song Judas in that flash flood, was running through the water in 6-inch stiletto heels. What a lady. Now we have reached the halfway point on our tour. Want to remind you again, please remain seated. Make sure those facial coverings are over your nose and mouth, and pull the red cord if you need assistance. Welcome to Six Points, Texas, and the set of Quentin Tarantino's ninth film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, James Marsden, Al Pacino, Luke Perry, Timothy Olyphant. Everyone is in this film, you guys. If you are a child, you may not see it for about 10 years. If you are not a child, you can watch it right now. Quentin Tarantino, super duper R-rated. Now, while we are here, you guys, take a look at either side of the tram. Some of the doorways you see are super tiny. Some of them are very large. This is done on purpose. When we were filming classic Westerns like Winchester 73 and The Virginian, we were not looking for movie stars. We wanted people who could already ride horses. Jockeys, traditionally more petite gentlemen. So we build the sets around them smaller so they looked big and brown and ready to fight. Likewise, the damsels in distress were usually taller than their hero counterparts, so they build the sets around them larger so they looked dainty and in need of assistance. This is called a practical effect. Anything that happens right in front of the camera. They use that a lot in the Old West, especially since they didn't have the technology for CGI. Most modern filmmaking is kind of a mixture of practical and digital effects. Now, one thing we have kept is anytime the hero and the damsel are standing beside each other, he's usually standing on an apple crate to make him look taller. We still use that trick to this day. I won't tell you who we use it for. We're just going to Tom Cruise on forward into the next area of the lot. Now, as we pull forward, you guys, when Dean makes this turn, you're going to see a body of water. Now, I want you to get ready because this body of water is not super duper large. Take a good look at it. It's called Park Lake. Park Lake is Gilligan's Island in Gilligan's Island. It's the entire Pacific Ocean in McHale's Navy. It was even the Amazon River for Creature from the Black Lagoon. So if you're a fan of horror, all of the classic monsters got their start on the back lot. So the Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster, Dracula and the Wolfman, even the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the first time they're seen on screen is here in our back lot in the Little Europe area. Now, Little Europe was originally built in the late 19 teens for the film All Quiet on the Western Front. It's the first Academy Award-winning film for Universal. This area is, is Berlin in the film. It's also Paris in Muppets Most Wanted with Kermit and Miss Piggy. But now, I know a lot of you haven't seen it because we had to watch it on the load line, but this area is The Good Place. So watch this clip again, you guys, and you're going to see we're driving through everything you see on your screen.
Afterlife? Come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Okay, well, maybe it's not all that bad.
Hey there, how can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
What is awesome is that all of you have a Netflix account or you're stealing one, so go home and watch The Good Place, you guys. You will enjoy. I don't know how that goes in terms of morality, getting to the good place, but you know what? That's a conversation for a different day. Now, in just a moment, you're going to see on your right-hand side a beautiful courtyard. This is one of the oldest sets still existing in Hollywood. This is the Court of Miracles, the birthplace of the monsters. So the first time the villagers are running after Frankenstein's monster with pitchforks and torches, they're running through those archways as well. These sets have also been home to fictional royalty, real royalty, and everything in between. This is the fictitious European country of Genovia, Princess Diaries 2, A Royal Engagement, Anne Hathaway, Julie Andrews, Chris Pine, Abigail Breslin. We've got Brandy and Whitney Houston singing their faces off in Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which also filmed in that area. And real life royalty, Meghan Markle, before she married Prince Harry of Wales, she was an actress and she performed in Hallmark Channel original films. She would come and do press junkets over here to your left-hand side in this house for a show called Home and Family, a talk show on the Hallmark Channel. Speaking of talking, production is very tired of my voice, so we're hiding in stage 50 so they don't get any more of it in the filming that's nearby. Surprise, very loud. So we're going to hide here in stage 50. When we get the go-ahead from production, we'll move on through. That being said, please remain seated. Hold on to your stuff in here, you guys. If you drop it, production has to get it. It takes longer to get it back than if I were to get it, because I'm not allowed to get it for you in here. So please hold on to it. Remain seated. Don't use any flash photography. We want to protect the integrity of the set. I'm not at liberty to tell you what is filming in here, but it is supposed to look like 1990s San Francisco. So you'll see some signs that say Welcome to San Francisco, some BART station signs. On the left, you'll also see Video Village, right behind you if you're in car one. And that's going to be the director and the producer. That's where they'll sit, and they'll watch these monitors while they're filming. And here they would do a lot of tracking shots, so you're moving from one... Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, it looks like we did trigger mechanism. Go ahead and remain seated while it resets. It should just take a moment. Okay, this may be the big one. Hold on to your loved ones and your loved things. This is the kind of moment where you have to confess all of your secrets because it might be the end. Dean, I've always loved you. We can't die like this. I'm going to play our favorite song, okay? Just dance it out. Dance those mad feelings away. Goodbye. Of it, we should be fine as long as the water main doesn't break. Oh, here we go again. My mind. Well done, everyone. You did prove it your safety in your space, a big one. Those large scale mechanical registers 8.3 on the Richter scale, so you are officially ready for stage ready. Honestly, you handle that like Southern California. Somebody in car one was like, I just need to protect my beer. I just need to hold on to my beer. That's how we approach disaster in Southern California. what was fun is that all the friends just went, "That's you, she's talking about you right now." So, listen, you did it. Everyone made it. We're fine. I do have to tell you, though, they are not filming in there right now. I know I'm a liar. They have filmed in the past, though, for a Fox television show called Bones, starring Emily Deschanel, in an episode called Bones on the Blue Line. Takes place in Washington, D.C. So check it out if you would like to see the earthquake in action again. Though today we've been through a lot. Okay, there was that flash flood, earthquake, King Kong, dinosaurs. No, we're going to go relax. We're going to Amity Island. Time to go to the beach. I know it says it's closed, but my ex-boyfriend John is a police diver for Amity PD. He says it's totally safe. He is a big fat liar, though, so we're just going to see how it goes. We got the shark over there. Came out and caught it this morning, so should be okay. Does anyone hear that? Do you hear a tuba? Oh, this is not good. At least there's nobody in the water. That would be very bad. Oh, it's John. John? John, do you want to swim to the boat? Swim to the boat, John. Do you know what's happening? No? You know nothing? You know nothing, John? Alright, well, he's dead. Everyone just remain seated. Jean's gonna drive us to safety. Nothing says safety like a pier covered in gasoline. Luckily, there's one right here. Now, he should be fine as long as the shark just takes the barrel. Nope, took the pier. Okay. They give me a word for this. Let me try it out. Trocaris. Now, listen, I know it's hot, but it could have been worse. Okay, could have been a shark. Ah! Two. Ah! Car three. Ah! Car four. Ah! Car five. Nope. We lost car 5 in King Kong. We're good. Well done, everyone. Give it up for Bruce the Mechanical Shark. We love him. He does this about 200 times a day. Well done, Bruce. Works a lot better than the shark they had on the set of Jaws. But before we get there, did you know that originally Jaws was a Christmas movie? Yeah. It was slated for release at Christmas time, 1974. But the filmmaker, he was a very young man at the time, he wanted to film authentically off the coast of Martha's Vineyard in the Atlantic Ocean. He took the shark out there on the very first day of filming. The salt water corroded all of the mechanics in the shark. It malfunctioned, sank to the bottom of the ocean day one. Set filming back over 100 days, went millions of dollars over budget. He thought he would never work in this town again. They had to push the release to the summer of 75. But he was saved by his editor, a woman named Verna Fields. She won the Academy Award for filming that, for editing that year. She came up with the idea of having the point of view of the film be from the shark. That way you don't have to see it that often. For a while, it was the highest grossing film of all time, and now Steven Spielberg is the household name he is today. One of my favorite little stories about Jaws is that Steven Spielberg invited his friends to play with the shark. Those friends were Martin Scorsese and George Lucas. What is that friend group like? They were playing with the shark. They opened the mouth up so wide, it got stuck. So then they did what any 27-year-old would do. They ran away and blamed somebody else. Good call. Over here to your left, this is our Colonial Street, though you may know it better as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives.
If there is...
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me.
For Fox's 911 with Angela Bassett, where they filmed Bird Box with Sandra Bullock for Netflix. We can change this to be anywhere we need it to be in the world. We could just use a sign, but we can really sell it with picture cards. So guys, take a look over here to your right-hand side. You'll see a double-decker bus. When you see this bus, instantly you know where in the world you're supposed to be, right? We have a few vehicles here from the Fast and the Furious franchise, a vehicle from Public Enemies with Johnny Depp. We have Bumblebee from Transformers, and even a Pontiac belonging to the once lovely Miss Marilyn Monroe. You might be thinking, Danielle, you leave all these cars out in the sun. What are you, a psycho? Absolutely not. Psycho lives next door. Welcome, my friends, to the Bates Motel. This was built for Psycho 3, a sequel of the original film. You can also see it in the pilot of a pop original series starring Dan and Eugene Levy called Schitt's Creek. If you've not seen it, please watch it. It's like my favorite show. Up on the hill, that's the original Psycho house from the 1960s cinematic masterpiece Psycho. We are taking quite the path to get there. Do you know what we call it? Psychopath. I know. What's everybody? Oh, Norman's home. Okay. Everybody play cool. Just be cool, everyone. Don't make eye contact. Nobody look at him. Hi, Norman. We're just sneaking by. No need to freak out. No, we gotta go. Hi. Please don't wave at the man with the knife. Car 4? What is happening? Oh my gosh. No, Norman. Oh my gosh. What a psycho. I thought I was gonna lose another one. Really gonna fire this time. Alright, you guys. Yes. We're heading into Norman's backyard. This is why he's so upset. This is from the 2005 film War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, and Justin Chatwin. To tell you about this real Boeing 747 is director Steven Spielberg and production designer Rick Carter.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
And for to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're making eyes at me. That's beautiful. Let's go. Close your eyes, okay? Stand close.
Really nice.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
Just like the stars, we're out of here. We're 10 minutes from the end of our tour. I want to remind you one final time, please remain seated. Make sure those facial coverings are over your nose and mouth. Pull the red cord if you need any assistance. Take a look over to your right, that big blue wall. That's Falls Lake, where Tom Hanks landed a plane in the film Sully.
Evacuate.
Now, the people, the plane, and the water directly beneath the plane is real. Over there in our Falls Lake area, there's a basin that we can fill with 3 million gallons of water. It gives us opportunities to have scenes like this. Now take a look at your screen. Take a look over at Falls Lake. I know there's a fence in the way. And now take a look at your screen again. That is the same place. What? Exactly. All that background, that's added later in post-production using CGI. But everything in the foreground is real. We put it right out there. They used the same technology when Christopher Nolan was filming his war epic Dunkirk with Academy Award winner Mark Rylance, Cillian Murphy, Harry Styles, and Tom Hardy. Harry Styles came back to film his Falling music video. It's also where I got the best advice I've ever gotten from a body of water. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. From TLC's Waterfalls video. Also filmed right out there. Dean, what's going on? Okay, it looks like we're being rerouted here into Sullivan's truck repair. Somebody saw something they weren't supposed to, and now we're being pursued by an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw. Cool. No one panic, okay? We're all in this together. Go Wildcats. Now, Let me see if I can get any information while we're in here. Oh, see, did I tell you in Dean's downtime, he's actually a street racer? So we're in the very best hands right now. Let me see if I get some more information. Hello, anyone? Bueller?
My name is Roman Pierce.
Oh, hi, Roman.
Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone to give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
All right, guys, you heard Roman and Letty. All those phones and cameras away. Sounds like there's a party going on next door. So we just need a couple of rules. Please remain seated and do not embarrass me. That's it. You don't need your 3D glasses just yet. We're just going to be hanging out at the party. The name of the game is blending in. So just do your best seated dance moves. We got this. All my time doing this, we have never been invited to join Dom's crew, so well done, everyone. It does mean, though, that our tour is coming to an end. I know, I miss you already. I do have just one more little thing that I want to show you before we head back to the unload area. And it is a gorgeous view of the San Fernando Valley. To your right-hand side, you'll see Warner Brothers. In the distance is ABC and Disney Animation. We're all really close to each other. We're only really against each other at the box office. Now, you guys, as we approach the unload area, make sure you remain seated until the ambassadors open the gates and indicate that it's safe to exit the tram. And then make sure you have your 3D glasses. You'll put them in the bins provided. If you haven't already,
guys,
download the
the tourist
Universal Studios
guide.
Hollywood app for up-to-the-minute park information.
See you guys next time.
Showtimes
Bye-bye,
from
guys.
Waterworld, Alive, Seymour, Spectacular.
Thank you.
And if you're
Bye,
looking for
guys.
a run
Bye-bye.
with
Thank you for
the
watching.
Secret Life
Bye-bye,
of
guys.
Pets off the
Bye-bye.
beach. It's really cute and really easy, and I'm a chicken, and there's nothing scary. And
Thank you, guys.
Sitting
Subat
in the
TV,
hall.
Ron Adams.
if you're looking for
Hey,
something scary,
Randy.
downstairs is Jurassic
Sa lahat
World.
nanonood kanina,
Nice
salamat.
84-foot drop
Bye-bye.
waiting for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Now,
Tapos na
on
yung
behalf
tour.
of myself, Danielle, your guide, our driver, Dean, and everyone here at NBC Universal, I want to say thank you for spending the day with us here at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. Make sure you're kind to yourself and others. Have fun in the park. And as they say in show business,
Thank you,
that's a
Rob.
wrap.
Thank you, Subat TV. Bye, guys. Tapos na yung tour. Tapos na yung tour. I-replay nyo na lang. Okay, bye-bye.
Now listen to some blues riff and beat. Watch me for the changes and try to keep up, okay? One,
Bye.
two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bye-bye, guys.